happens with it. You are recording the art piece this time, right?
I am
Okay.
recording the art piece. This time.
So this tour, I'll pull my phone outside the dates ready.
Kind of leave the area to go, and when you come in, and
It's pretty cool.
you can't stand in there or anything. You got to sit there. I saw.
What's
Steve
up, guys? Oh, forgot to turn the light on.
Caught me in the middle of talking, but
Okay, in
he
the middle of
usually
talking.
records us talking over the anyway.
Yeah, it's
So,
a little back banner, little bullshit.
if you notice, we got a third gentleman here. One of our.
What's up,
I'm
y'all?
Kevin. He's Kevin, and he's the other Kevin.
Kevin, and the other Kevin.
Thain.
it's
in the
Thain.
house.
Yeah.
Yeah. First in-house guest, pretty awesome. So we're gonna
Nice.
get. We got a little monster car we're gonna do tonight.
Off of it. I thought about it because you started doing those little monster car things. So I thought, you know what? Let's just keep going that route.
Just do it.
Keep going that route.
So yeah, how's everybody doing tonight? Got anybody chiming in yet? Barefoot's in the house. What's up, yo?
Barefoot.
He's a good
Barefoot's
dude. He's
always in the house.
he's family. Oh, I gotta get this share going on up here. I actually am recording tonight the time lapse, so you'll have a time lapse tonight.
Okay.
I forgot. It seems like number one. I forgot number one, and I forgot number 11. So
So it's gonna be all the ones. So when we hit 21, you're gonna miss that
yeah,
one.
I think so. I think that's how it's gonna be.
Make it a tradition.
But there's our sketch. Can't really see too much of it. Kevin went ahead and sketched something out a little bit. What's up, Ryan? Oh,
We
yeah.
got people jumping on already.
Busy week. I got my top secret project I've been working on, and I kind of dropped a little hint of it today. So if y'all are savvy enough or pay attention, I guess you'll see it. If not, you'll see it when it's done. I don't give a hoot.
Hey, they started dropping all the restrictions. That doesn't mean, I know Friday it was insane.
Go lick all the doorknobs that you
Yeah.
want. Lick them all.
It was insane. But
vaccine.
yeah, support all the local. A lot of these waitresses and bartenders were off for about a year. So tip a little bit more than you typically would.
Yeah, everything needs to be 20% or better for these.
Yeah,
next
exactly.
I
6
understand
months.
sometimes you might be a little broke, and if you can't tip the 20, tip something, because everywhere I go, if it was like a $3 tip, I'm throwing in 5, 6, and 7.
yeah.
And it's not like I can really afford it, but they've been off for a year. I haven't. So
Yeah.
I'm all about, take care of the people and they'll take care of you. Also, I've been skipping around a lot of different bars doing some live stuff. I was at the Barons. That's a cool little bar in there, man. It's all wood and everything, but outside it just looks like a hole in the wall. Then you go in and it's really nice. It's just a regular bar.
Where's that at?
Just off of Pawnee and Oliver.
I don't think I've been in there.
Yeah, it's right next to I think it's called Magoo's.
Yeah, I've been in Goose.
Yeah.
Because there's Magoo's and then there's Barons, and Barons is really cool. And
Have to check it out.
all of a sudden I became a member of their family or something. It was I did a Rat Fink type car thing, and everybody that came in, do you ride? I'm like, no, I did it one time, but when you have a couple of friends that were really better riders and you die within the same year, I kind of stopped because I wasn't near that good.
We delivered our third purchased painting from the show. I delivered it yesterday down to some family down in Oklahoma and snapped a picture of it by his bike, and Kevin thought I rode. I mean, I wish I had that bike. I wish I did.
Well, because I asked, you got a bike?
No.
No, I asked if you ride.
And then I thought, I'm like, Kevin, do you think I strapped this thing to my back and rode down Oklahoma on a motorcycle?
Riders would do that. I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Stranger things.
Oh, who is it? There's a country guy. His last name's Moore, but I can't remember his first name right now.
What's up, Brandon? I know.
And he straps his acoustic on his back and he tours the country that way.
What's up, caveman? I know Barefoot. He would probably do that. He had to. I think we're gonna get started.
Anybody
Hey, I'm
will
gonna
tattoo a brain on his head now, an
Oh, yeah.
eyeball on the
Yeah.
back of his head.
Well,
I'll
first,
tell you the next show I'm gonna be dressing up just like him. I'm gonna find out what he's wearing. And I can't do the chops because I don't want to ruin the Captain Spaulding part, but he's gonna be the mini me. I'm gonna be actually the big me, I guess. Not
Let's go ahead and get our sponsors out of the way. Huge thanks to
Roscoe's.
Roscoe's Hot Sauce and Big Sexy's Beard Brand, which, again, website's coming very, very soon.
Websites
One of these
take a
days, he'll
while
actually
sometimes.
have a website. I know
They
he's
just
got
get-
one, but
sometimes they're just not built right.
Yeah.
And you just gotta keep tweaking it until it gets right.
yeah.
I've seen it. You don't want to throw something out there and then get out there and it's just all messed up for people because then they won't go back.
Yeah,
So
I know.
understand.
I at least got mine
Do it right
functional.
the first time so you don't have to go
Yeah.
back and do it again.
People never remember when it goes right.
Speaking of websites, you can find all the shows and merch and everything else over at roomgreenproductions.com. You can find Kevin and I on our socials here. Thain, I think you're on pretty much all of the socials as well, and
Every
Spotify.
platform,
Yeah.
Official Thain or King Idol.
Yep.
Everywhere music is listened.
And I throw that video on I'm in about every 5 times a week.
Yeah, if you don't know that the new album or the new single Mud has got Kevin's cameo. Well, actually, Captain Spaulding, Kevin as Captain Spaulding.
That was a fun week.
But remember,
Whole lot of
sharing
fun.
is caring.
was
So
fun.
share this everywhere you can. Just give it a share. That
You need to
you'd
do the
be
full thing where she actually switches over.
well. Like I said, I've got the picture, but I'm sure we would get banned
Just
on
put a
something.
smiley face
Yeah.
there. Hits that spot.
Dang, texting from behind us. Why didn't if you want to throw your I was slacking on getting everything set up, but if you want to throw
You say that
your
every
links,
show you're slacking.
I'm
on
always
something.
slacking
I
on
can put some
something.
links in there,
Yeah.
or something.
But I'm gonna go ahead and get painting. Let y'all get into whatever y'all want to get into.
Yeah, you just switch with him and then we'll switch back and forth.
As soon as I figure out how to get this stupid thing off, there we go. I'll get that off.
If you get under Room Green Productions, if that's what you're looking for.
All right.
I'm not sure they can click a link in the comments, but
I think they should be able to.
It's that what's that thing you use?
That thing you do.
You know what I'm talking about? Weird.
beautiful voice.
Whatever. Whatever it is you call it. So while we get started here, you can probably look and multitask.
Yes,
You got to be able to as a rapper.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing I noticed.
Yeah,
So you did a show yesterday. How'd that go? Who was all there?
That was great, man. As far as who was there, I can tell you who was performing. Sunset Motel. They did a really. Did you see one of their acoustic acts they did a couple weeks ago?
No,
Okay, well
I just saw him at that show, but I left early because my paints were starting to gum up on me.
yeah.
It ruined probably a third of my paints that
I
night.
remember they've
I had
been
to take
working
off.
on an acoustic set. Like they've just been really working hard on that, and like they sounded really dope. Obviously, One Stone, which is half of For the Birds, they were there. I did a set, so it was basically just 3 acts.
Yeah, I did see their acoustic that night.
It was popping when we got there, man. There's probably like 150 people there.
Small towns do that.
Yeah, they didn't
Small
have.
towns do that.
Maybe they should have a lot going on. I wish I could say that they were all there for me, but
They were.
Well, I mean, I've definitely made some fans and some believers.
There's a
and
couple
some
other
converters.
places, man. If you ever get a chance to hit Dodge City and Pratt, and then
I'm
up
open
around,
to it,
up
man.
around Fort Hayes, it shocks because you got that small college
In
there.
the college towns. I've done
Yeah.
McPherson a couple times, and it jumped. And,
Even Hutch, you just like.
of course, Lawrence during
just
school
don't-
year.
Well, that's just Lawrence anytime because everybody. But I'm just talking about the small towns that you don't expect, especially up in western Kansas and stuff like that, because they just don't get them.
Yeah, you give them a cool show, with a decent lineup with some Wichita rappers or just
Mhm.
like some people that maybe are making some noise.
I know Crooked lives up by Garden City, is it, or something like that? He needs to bring people down there.
Yeah, I would go down there and do a show. Me and him have chopped it up a couple times. I've seen him at a couple different shows, and we're Facebook friends and things like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
cool dude.
I do have to ask you because it has been, and I never really got to talk to you when we were filming because you were kind of nervous, I think, and the little Sahara and stuff. Oh, well, you were focused. I don't know if it was necessarily nervous. You were just focused.
Let me say, I don't know if nervous is the right it was like we had no real plan, you know, with that. As we
But
like
you were focused.
we
That-
got
that
out
all
there,
were.
and we knew we were gonna film a video, you know, and that's about all we knew.
Yeah.
We didn't have any treatments or any like there's no plan. Like it storyboarded like
So I
we
just
were in
walked
the
around, followed you half the time.
Yeah, it looked like I was just stumbling lost in the desert, but you
Then
know.
after all, then I realized, wait, there's like 3 camera guys out here, so I started messing with the other camera.
Shout
guys.
out to Sleep G for making that look as dope as he did,
But-
because
but,
we didn't have any, you know.
How'd you end up stumbling across me though? That was just so. It shocks me when that
Um,
happens to me.
Man, I just like to put people in like positions like around me that I think, you know, like where I feel like they'll fit, you know, like
Just a
I mean, I
random
won't.
cloud in
Well,
the
look, no,
desert.
look, hear me out. You know, I'm kind of like a lurker online. You know, my social media, like not my apart from my artist page, like my personal page. Like I have a lot of people on there, you know, over the years and stuff. But like, and I've been in the scene that way. But a lot of times, just from the outside looking in, and I've been able to like kind of like check some people out who, you know, do different things in the scene, whether it's like they're involved in the scene musically, or they're a promoter or a venue owner, or just an important figure you should know, you know, that make things happen. And like I think first I saw you in the like you're in the Captain Spaulding, you know, like outfit and the makeup and all that. But then like through some other pictures, it looked like you were doing like local shows and stuff. And that's before I even realized you were a painter, you know, like or an
Well,
artist.
and I also,
Uh,
I asked Captain Spaulding in a couple of bands. So
And I like slowly learned these things as I was like, you know, from the
'Cause
outside
I didn't
looking
even
in
know
on
you
you.
were.
Right. And I try to
Now I'm a huge fan, man. You're good.
I try to do that, you know. I
Yeah.
try to, you know, I mean, obviously, no one's reinventing the wheel here, but I try to do shit, you know. That's can we cuss on this?
Yeah.
I try to do stuff that I probably have already cussed, but I try to do stuff on, you know, that's, you know, in a different way that, you know, that way people not pay attention to it. I don't know. Basically, I saw an opportunity there, and I was almost when I was doing that, something about the vibe, maybe the production of Mud. People out there, shout out to my buddy Ethan, Mind Over Matter Beats produced that. If you listen to the actual production of the track, it kind of gives you this like a gritty kind of ominous type of
that part
tone.
where it does that Delta Mud. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
well,
It's like,
well,
whoa.
no, I mean, and that's like actually created for me with my vocal, like.
But no, that's the part I'm talking about. When I heard that, just as a song itself, without looking at the video, I was like, "Holy cow!" That's what really sticks.
And a
with
lot
me.
of this, that's the mix, man. That's my engineer, Jake, R.I.P. You know, that did a lot of my recording. He was just great at just making your.
So you had quite a lot of people with their
Oh yeah,
hands in this.
yeah. I've had, you know, and that I think to anything successful, you need like this team of people around you, and everyone fills different roles. You don't necessarily need people that are like just like up your ass every day and like need to be like right there, square and
Right.
front and center, but they can still have a role to play, you know, where it's mutually beneficial for them to be there and for you to have them there. And
Everybody from that group. Now I run into them constantly, and I was probably running into them
You're
before, but
right.
we didn't really know each
yeah,
other. And then you start finding out it's a small world. Of course, one of them had a piece of my art hanging in his house from
Yeah.
like 2 years
Right.
prior. You know,
yeah.
it
My
was
buddy
like-
Alex had your art. I called you one day or messaged you one day. I was telling you about that.
Yeah, so it was like, wow, cool.
Wichita scene is great, man, and I don't feel like a lot of people have utilized it, you know, to its fullest, like extent, the best way that you could do it. It's the best potential of it, or whatever.
Well, it's a younger artist because I've been there, done that kind of thing. And the old artists, for a while there, they fought each other a lot and destroyed each other's equipment and got into the stupid little drama battles. It's not happening now, and we need to keep it that way. Everybody's willing to play.
It seems like
It's like everybody's willing to play with everybody.
I don't want to say fall in line because that sounds kind of like, you know, whatever, like
It's
a
not a competition.
dictatorship
It's
or
not a
something. But like everyone's kind of like realizing what their, you know, what their role is in this and like where they fit into the, you know, the local scene.
kind
And
of
it's
like their niche.
yeah, and it's been cool to watch because a lot of people there's plenty of room out here for everyone to be successful in what they're passionate about. Like there's not a competition, like you said. I mean, in hip hop, you know, just like speaking specifically just about hip hop and like rap traditionally, historically or whatever, it always has been kind of like some machismo and like, you know, some competition and like who's the baddest MC and like who can rap the best and who's got all the women, all the cars, all the money, all the, you know,
Not
whatever.
at first it didn't, but when it started getting
Materialistic, yeah. When
yeah.
but I mean, I don't know, like the Puffy era, you know, or whatever, like where
Yeah.
everything. I much love to Puffy too because he did a lot for, you know, for rap and hip hop and
Mhm.
the culture and everything. But it's just
We're West Coast over here.
I'm every I live in Kansas, so
Wait
I
a
think I
second,
feel like
I'm East Coast.
I feel like I
I'm
could
East
stretch.
Coast.
I feel like I could stretch both arms and
Yeah.
claim both if I want to.
Yeah.
So I mean, I actually
Well, I do like what you're doing with the for the birds.
For the Birds,
Yes,
yeah.
yeah.
For the Birds and it will lately it's just been One Stone, which is hard to keep up with because their core band is For the Birds,
Right.
and they're like a 4-piece band, but lately they haven't had a drummer, like a full-time drummer, until recently. They got this guy Jeremy, great drummer. I look
Yeah.
forward to seeing what we're doing. We have actually recorded. I have a track of not a song that I've been doing on my own. That's like a rendition of with the band, but like we recorded a track together.
Brand new one.
Yeah, For the Birds and
I can't wait to hear that.
and Thain.
You
So-
fit in well with what they're doing, that's for sure. Is he going to be singing, doing vocals with it too? Then
Yeah, there's vocals on that.
I love his vocals.
There's vocals on this track that we're gonna. I don't want to release too much about it just because it's this one.
Right.
It's gonna be unreleased and it's not out there, and it's gonna be on For the Birds upcoming album.
Well,
But
that's fine. We'll save it for them.
yeah, I was gonna
I'll
say
get them
the
on
track
here.
is called Voices.
I'll get them
Track's
on
called
here.
Voices. That's all I'll really say.
I'll get
about
them
it,
on
but-
here. Maybe we can get an acoustic thing going after it's been released.
Yeah, man. You guys, I mean, shit. There's enough room in here to get a couple acoustic
I
guys.
just missed it. He was playing acoustic, and I think we're gonna probably do some music too. I'll bring in my harmonica. But yeah, I'm kind of one of those jack of all trades, no master of none. So tell us about what kind of got you in, because weren't you like in a metal band at one time or something like that?
No,
a
I
rock band or something.
I tried to do. I mean, I was never in a band or anything, but I tried to do like group stuff early on when I was doing music stuff,
That's
and
hard.
it just never. I mean, a lot of people confused, like they thought I was in like a rap group because the first people I ran around with, it's like another little clique or label in Wichita called Beast Mode, and this is years ago. This is like almost 10 years ago now that I was doing this, and I was running around with that group of guys. And it's basically just been kind of like falling upward through like trial and error, basically, because I knew I wanted to be an MC. I've been a writer before I was ever a rapper. I was actually a skateboarder before I was any of this shit.
You got any broken skateboards you want painted? Bring them to me.
I got some board. I don't know if I mean, I could check up on
I
that.
don't care how.
But yeah, the skateboard art is actually pretty dope. But
I paint on symbols, bottles, people. I don't care.
body art. No, it just from trial and error and just kind of like it kind of like transitioned from writing poems and shit like that to it went from that. Actually, I kind of remember it went from that to like remixing other people's songs and shit
That's
on the radio.
That's our
Oh,
cue
we
to
switching-
switch.
we
No,
switching?
unless you're painting.
Oh, I'm not painting. I'm not,
You just stay where you're at.
I'm not painting.
Unless you're staying where you're at, But no, another thing too is you don't sound like anybody else but you, which I like.
I appreciate that.
You're not reinventing the wheel, but you're not really mimicking somebody. When you're up there, I know it's you.
Oh, Michelle.
And there's quite a few like that in Wichita right now.
Nikki from
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
everyone that's kind of coming out of their shell and kind of like it's almost when you start to make music that you like to make and you get start to get a little bit of reception. I mean, you're not going to be it's not always like this overnight like everyone notices the shit that you're doing, but like when you get like a little bit of positive feedback and constructive, like people are like they could see that potential in what you're doing, it kind of just like gets you to that next level of what you're doing. If that makes sense. And that's kind of what this journey has been when I started rapping, I wasn't what I am now. I don't even think I was a good rapper, necessarily, but I knew I wanted to be a rapper and I knew I was a great writer. I had the pieces and I had to put them together, the cadences, the deliveries, just everything. And just like the repetition of, just the consistencies of your, like once for me, like I'm big into performing. So, and I've been hitting a lot of shows lately. So I'm pride myself and, really giving a good performance and trying to give people, 110% out there. And just the consistency, I like to lay some shit down live and I like to sound like the record, if I can, so it's just something I take seriously, and it's turned into a really good, way for me to express myself, way for me to, release, anger and tension and, think, in a positive way that would actually, benefit you, and not even just you, but like it helps other people also, especially I like to leave music that's open to interpretation, so it might help people through different, when they're on no matter what avenue they might be on in life, or whatever, it still might apply, or be able to help them in some way, or even just be something to help them just vibe out, kick it. Everything doesn't need to be a remedy for something, or a fucking it doesn't need to be profound necessarily.
So
it
I
could
follow
just
this guy on TikTok. He's an artist, and but he tries to share everybody's stuff and everything too, and get other people. He's
right.
huge on TikTok, but it's not everything has to have a purpose. Just do it to create. Just to
You're
create,
right.
I mean, that's like I said.
It kind of leads into his tour coming up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good segue, right?
Yeah, we got distracted from it.
Yeah. So we are going on tour next month. Shout out to Karma. Shout out to Schwim. Shout out to Chills. We got there's a group of us, group of 4 that are going out. And I think it's called the American Anarchy Tour. Let me make sure I don't butcher that. But I believe it's called the American Anarchy Tour, and it's actually Karma's tour, but he's been gracious enough to allow me on this tour with them, and so I could really try to get out here and get my name out. There's a handful of dates. I know it includes American Anarchy Tour. Exactly.
Cool.
It includes, I actually got that right. It includes some dates kind of all over the place. I'm trying to get it pulled up. I wish I had it in front of me, but that would only be convenient. I know it starts.
Yeah, if I'd been better prepared.
Yeah, story of my life.
Oh, you can tap on his thing too to show I didn't know how to bring it across the screen. They can actually get on it and it'll take it to the site.
Click on the link. We've got it says Spotify, I believe it says right there. So Spotify.
It's just a hyperlink, take you right to my front page of my Spotify. There's 2 albums on there they can check out.
If it doesn't, copy and paste it.
Yeah, or if that doesn't work for you for some reason, you don't have Spotify, you can look up Thain, King Idol, or Idle Minds. You can go straight listen to it on YouTube. I don't care. Somebody at some point has downloaded or has uploaded it on there. So even just the tracks off the albums. I have music videos and all that on YouTube also, but all my music should be everywhere. But basically, the tour, back to that, it starts at Barleycorns, April 10th. We had 2 shows in Ohio, but there is basically some booking miscommunications with that. Like, we had a show in Cleveland that was still a go, and it was on schedule, but then we had a show in Youngstown, not too far from there, which basically justified us going to Ohio, because we had 2 dates all the way in Ohio. And one of them, there was just something that happened with the venue at one, and we ended up having to unfortunately subsequently canceled the other Ohio show, just because we would have been literally driving from Ohio to like Salt Lake City. It would have been a hell of a stretch. Now it's now the way things have changed around a little bit. April 10th will be at Barleycorns, which I feel like I've done Barleycorns like 100 times this past year. Kevin can vouch for me on that.
Because I've been there every time.
But I still love doing Barleycorns. Much love to Barleycorns, Kenny, Justin, everybody that's involved with Barleycorns and all the staff and everything. You guys are always fucking great to me. But I have performed there a lot lately, so I'm glad to be hitting the road.
Getting something new.
But... Yeah, I'm glad to have a venue that supports what we're doing, gives me a platform, and everything like that. Also,
it's always good to hit the home. A lot of people don't do it anymore, but when you go on a tour,
hit home.
Play the home one, so it warms you up.
Right.
Plus, they all know your songs.
Get that morale, get everything, and right. They can follow you on the tour. They know you're going, and you can stream from the road. And I plan on doing all that. We're doing Barleycorns April 10th, and then I think like the 14th or something. I don't think it's on the flyer that I have, because I don't have the updated one in front of me for some reason. But I think on the 14th we're doing Colorado Springs, and then there's a day of driving. We'll be in Denver that next day, but just like kicking it and kind of like having a mess around day. Yeah. And then and then we're going to Salt Lake City for this music festival, and it's like a 3-day music festival. It's the 3rd annual Stoner Fest. Nice. It might be the 4th annual. But it's a Stoner Fest. It's put on by Stoner Jordan. He's pretty big. He's based out of the West Coast. He's come through Wichita, on tour a couple times.
I've done a few bands that have played that from here too.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. Nick Gibbs. Shout out to Nick Gibbs and some other guys I know from here. I know personally from here in Wichita and from like Kansas City area. Some guys that are going to be down there, and Colorado actually. So it's going to be kind of a reunion for some MCs and rappers I haven't seen in a little while. it's just basically a big festival of a bunch of rappers. And I know it goes on for 3 days. I mean, I don't think continuously or anything like crazy like that, but it's fun. Yeah, it's gonna be. We got a little Airbnb. We're gonna be kicking it up there for 3 days, and it'll be real cool. After that,
Mr. Nick H is asking if you got anything in California.
I don't have anything in California, man. If you know a promoter, tell him to book me so I can get out there. Like
Nick H hook the boy up, man.
Yeah,
You gotta do like 5 shows in the California area, to
or
make
yeah,
it really worth
or
it.
at least on the way or on the way back. That
Yeah.
way, that's
Loop
Mr.
around or
Kenny
something.
Foos. That's one of your
what
people.
up, Kenny. What's up,
Yeah.
dog?
Yeah, hit-
Kenny Blaze,
hit
DJ Kenny
California,
Blaze,
go up to Washington, loop
Dan
through Portland.
Tackleson. All right, so look, after Salt Lake City, we leave from there. We're at Liquid Joe's is the name of that venue, by the way. I should be giving you all the venues. Colorado Springs is Sunshine Studios. Good God.
I'll post it up afterwards.
Yeah,
So.
Salt Lake City is Liquid Joe's. Fort Collins is the Emporium. And that's the next stop is Fort Collins. And then Omaha, it's South Omaha's, or it's just Omaha's finest tequila garage, or it's Omaha's tequila garage or something. But it's all these venues. Actually, I've actually done a little bit of research and checked them out. They look like great venues, to be honest. So if you're out on tour or you're an independent artist or something, I'd definitely look into some of these places because they're definitely booking right now.
Nick H says he's going to do some homework for you.
Nice, I appreciate that, Nick H. We're ending it in Topeka. The tour comes back to Kansas and ends in Topeka. To my knowledge, that's on some private property. Seuss Mace, he has a DJ Sick, I think, and it's on his property. So it's supposed to be, by all accounts, a pretty cool show. I don't know a whole lot about that one, but anytime that it's a private show that's got like some kegs or some BYOB situation, it's usually pretty great. So if you're in Topeka area, please come out. I think all these shows, if they do have a cover, if you're in these areas, it might be like $5, $10 or something, man. So
pay the cover.
Yeah, definitely come out. Hell, if you're in the area and you're broke, hit me up. I'll get you in. I'll put you on the list or something.
You're gonna have CDs and shirts with you, and
beanies
and hats, and you still need a patch so I can put it on my jacket.
Oh, I might have a patch with me actually.
Oh,
I might have you in my bag, but no. I'll have all my merch and everything. I need to do a reorder of CDs. It's crazy because I stopped for a little while doing them for the shows. And then just because it didn't seem like people were really messing with CDs for a little while. And then I started doing shows real heavily like 6-8 months ago or something now. And when things were still kind of rocky on the COVID front, we're still doing the social distancing shows and, the like 50% capacity with the curfews and all that. But, at that point, I started doing a lot of shows again.
I'm just using your thing.
And people started asking for CDs again. So I was like, all right, well, I guess we need to get some CDs.
It's always good to have some just in case.
It's all cool. It's all cool. What started, because I've been around for a while, and I remember the rap scene kind of came and went, and now all of a sudden it's back. I mean, it's probably never really
surging.
left.
Yeah.
There was
The ones that were serious.
There was a lot of house shows, I'm sure, because it was just
Yeah.
like, the metal doesn't leave here, the punk doesn't leave here. Even punk's starting to kind of resurge it back and stuff.
Yeah, I've noticed that
And,
too, actually.
Yeah, I got a punk band. I started up, so we got our first song. But what I really want to see done, and I appreciate especially what Kenny Ballinger and Ari has done. He'll throw you in with our heavy parallax and stuff. He doesn't care. And then we'll have a country band singing too.
Yeah, dude.
And those nights are the coolest, man.
Yeah, shout out to Parallax and any hardcore bands that want to work with me. If you watch this or you end up watching this, like, I'm versatile, man, and I'm open. And shit, I'll come open for y'all. I don't give a fuck. If y'all want to work, let's do it.
Yeah, once we get 5 songs tight and we get a drummer that won't disappear on us, I'll be hitting you up, man.
Yeah,
Might even throw you on our recording.
I'll go ahead and announce this while I'm here too. I have I know. Just because it's a date that's out there, I know Kirby's July 17th. I got a headline, and it's my show at Kirby's. Like a promoter,
That's fine.
yeah, a promoter hit me up from Lawrence, and I think he's an artist. Either he's an artist or he has an artist. It's not on the top of my head right now, but he hit me up and wanted to throw a show, based around me with some openers and stuff. So it's gonna be a cool.
I may show up my palette and paint
That
outside.
I was gonna say that may be because I haven't been there and messed around since I got the patio and the garage door and stuff. So that might be an outdoor show, depending because it's the time of year.
Well, they got a good spot out back
Yeah.
for it too.
That'd be cool, man.
He's been wanting me back there more with the COVID thing, kind of. So I just kind of kept a little more low key, but that's cool. I mean, that's what I like about what's going on. A lot of people aren't seeing what's happening in Wichita, and then you go to other places and they talk about scenes. Wichita doesn't have what you would call a scene. We don't have a hardcore rap. Well, we do, but
We just have a music scene.
we have a music scene,
And the people
that's
that are-
what's so freaking cool about it.
The
but-
people that are serious work amongst each other in the scene here to keep it, to
But you
keep
go-
it in motion.
But you even go to Kansas City, they got these scenes. They got a metal scene. They got this scene. They got that scene. People come down here and say, "Oh man, I'm going to fix the death metal scene around here." Well, we got like 3 death metal bands. Okay, so yeah, our death metal bands are going to be playing with our rockabilly bands. Okay, that's just the way it is, and it's cool. Plus, you don't get so
It makes for these cool experiences too.
you don't
man.
get so worn out from the same thing going on all night. So
I mean, people, have a range in the music that they enjoy. Also, it's not like just because you happen to be, an artist at a hardcore band or a certain genre. I don't know why I keep referencing hardcore. I'm sorry, y'all. But depending, whatever band genre it is,
we only have like 2 hardcore, maybe 3 hardcore.
just
bands,
because
so.
just because the fans that are in attendance there, are expecting or came to see those type of bands, doesn't mean that you won't be able to win them over with as another genre, or that they won't give you your respect, or they won't. I mean, I get some of my biggest, most loyal, people that follow me online, or fans or whatever, are people that literally, are the most unlikely, friends in low places type people you wouldn't expect to ever like cross paths with.
I think thanks to you reaching out to me, we've become friends. Now I want to do. There's actually some people from that circle of people want to start doing stuff with me, and it's actually opened it up.
Good.
Some producer guy said, "Hey, are you interested in expanding yourself?" And I'm like, "Well, I'm just a painter," but he does a lot of stuff for rap artists and other
Nice.
musicians. I said, "Well, just show me what you can do," and it's all because of you and Nick Gibbs and stuff like that. So.
Nice, man. I like same with the Sunset guys, Sunset Motel. They're a younger band, but they're fucking great. I mean, so I'll shamelessly plug them as much as whatever. Like,
Yeah, they were really good. But like I said, I had to leave because
just especially
I took
given
a few pictures and left because my stuff was going.
their technical maturity, like on a band level, like in like the tightness of their band. For these guys are young.
Yeah.
I'm 5-6 years older, than most of them. So they got time to really perfect their craft and like really
and they're in a smaller town, so
dial it in.
sometimes being in a smaller town, that's all you got, and so that's all that practice together, and so they end up,
I
creating their
think
own
they're
thing.
actually from here. I mean, I could be wrong on that. Maybe one of them lives out of town, like outside the city limits type. But I know their jam area is out at Howard's. I'm pretty
okay.
sure out at Augusta. But I know Drew and his brother David both, which is the bass player and lead singer. They both live in Wichita.
Oh, okay.
They both live in Wichita. But I don't know about. They have two Drews. They have 2 Drews.
That's
in
the
their
first
band.
time I ever heard of them was out
They have-
there, and I usually pretty much keep fairly well acquainted with everybody. So
They have Andrew, and then they have Drewski. They have 2 different Drews on there in their band.
okay,
Yeah.
So,
But yeah, man, it's been a cool little journey, cool little ride these past couple of months. I'm excited to see, where it ends up, or where we go next, even with it.
as long as you're moving forward, it's not going to be a straight line, but as long as you're moving forward,
That's right.
Who knows? You'll end up like Ice-T or something doing movies.
Hey man, if all this is just like to get me as like a professional fucking harmonica player or some shit in like 10 years, like bring it the fuck on. Like if I'm supposed, like, what I'm saying, if all this is just like for me to become like a millionaire fucking sketch comedy guy in like fucking 5 years or something, like let's do it. Like, what
well,
the
you
fuck?
got to keep adjusting to whatever, because
Oh, yeah.
like the Rolling Stones, how do they do it? That's just like
They literally just kept rolling. They just kept
Yeah.
riding that Rolling Stones, but they're literally rolling until the fucking wheels fall off. Like,
yeah. Not very many people get that. They're not even the 1%. They're like the 0.0000.
Them guys. Much respect though to anyone. I mean, all jokes aside, I mean, them dudes, like that, just the longevity of their careers and everything is something to be said for that. You just don't see that. So.
And in today's world, it's going to be even tougher, and everybody's got to figure out how to fit in. So you want to see the new upcoming guys come in, man. Hit the YouTube, hit the Spotify's 1,000 times. Yeah, he's going to only get 0.00001 cent out of that, but 1 million of those you get a couple of dollars. So
Yeah, what y'all get out of it, like at this stage in the game where I'm at, what y'all get out of streaming my music, it means more to me, and like the reception and like that means more to me than what I'm getting back, the pennies on the dollar, like you said, for the streams.
Right.
I'm not, I like, it's not like I mean, everyone likes the positive affirmation stuff and the validation for their, stuff that they're working hard at and everything.
Well, that's what I was saying. All of a sudden, you contacted me and it's like, man, actually, what I've been doing is starting to pay off. Because even Crooked D, I did a show with him in Kansas. We hadn't even met, and he called me up, and I took my little art crew with me up there, and we did some art.
Where was that at? Kansas City?
That was in Kansas City at
Oh, shit.
some little bar that was struggling, and that's where I actually met Nick, and his brother at the time was still rapping.
Was it Roxy?
No,
Roz is there. I couldn't.
It
see
had
that.
a street address to it, and we actually hooked up with some local pimp.
Some local pimp.
Yeah,
I like where
big
this is
time,
going.
man. He comes walking in with his cane and his gold and everything. He was a pimp. He was a pimp. He's like, dude, I could make you $100 right now in that clown suit. And I was like, I'm good. But
he's like, I can make you $100 right now in that clown suit. I don't want to hear what the fuck I have to do to make that $100.
$20, Kevin.
Yeah, $20. Yeah,
I almost had you.
Then I was
Almost
still doing
had
pretty
you.
good. See, I was still traveling the country, but no. And then there was a lot of local Wichita guys there, and I think it was down the road from Roxy's, and that's where I actually met Nick, because I remember seeing this guy, dude in a 3-piece suit, and then he called me up on stage, and I was like, okay, man, you guys can rap fast. I'm just a punk singer, man. We don't go that fast. I'm sitting there trying to step in to do the mic, and then finally I said, fuck it. And I said, fuck you, fuck your mother, fuck you. I was doing the whole Captain Spaulding thing.
That's funny.
I pick out 3 guys that were probably on the Kansas City Chiefs line, and they were huge. And I was picking on them, and they were like, oh. But yeah, Crooked D, he hollered at me out there, and I went up there, never met him, and then I was on stage for one of his songs, a couple of his songs, and I was just throwing out Captain Spaulding stuff. So it was kind of cool.
Nice. Yeah, I just saw an opportunity there, just like I saw an opportunity for the Birds and with Sunset, and just everyone that I've been kind of mingling with is just I feel like we can all get it, and if we all work at this and our own contributions, what we're bringing to the table in our own ways, that's how you really make it something take off. Be successful is when everyone's kind of behind it.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out some of your songs. I'm like, especially the Delta Mud. I need to come up with some kind of weird dance thing, so when you're actually performing, I can be up there doing some kind of. Well, I was doing that little airplane thing.
You can do that. You can always do that behind me on stage. That'd be cool.
But that's kind of, yeah. See what it. Sure, you want to join in?
What's that?
See what he's doing?
Oh yeah, no. You don't want to be on the painting, man. All my skill is on the paper. As a writer, man. That's where.
Oh, you can write something up there.
No, I can, write a piece of graffiti or something. But
he's more of a planning type artist that takes days. So I kind of got him out of his element.
Yeah.
But he's got me out of my element, so I'm about winging it right on the spot.
Yeah.
So now I'm planning stuff. So it's actually worked well for both of us. Yeah, if you look around, you see all our artwork from the different shows we've done.
That one's pretty. Oh, sorry.
3 of them sold. And, like I said, I think that one's
that
still
one
my
over there.
favorite, but
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that one was one we had no idea what to do, so I started something. That was one where he was really out of his element, and I'm more into it. And I just started doing something, and that's what came out. Others people gave us suggestions like that.
The Snoop and Willie's a good one.
Yeah,
that's his where he plans.
Mama stole it, so I didn't get it. Like, fuck, I can't sell it now, so you'll get it when you get it.
Yeah, that's a cool one right there. I like that one on the wall right there.
That was definitely one. What do we call that? Our squishy bug or something like that.
I can't remember.
It's neat. I like that one.
It's got some weird name to it.
What's everybody talking about in the comments? How's everybody doing tonight? We got hit a lull. Y'all better get to chatting.
They're not feeling too chatty right now.
They're all on Spotify listening to your music.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm being chatty Cathy's right now.
Just
I don't know
remember,
what it's called.
Sharon's Karen. Hit the wrong button. Sharon's Karen.
Yeah, I actually featured your CD here on the show, I don't know, a month ago or so.
Oh, hell, it's probably longer than that.
Yeah,
I think
last
I think
2 shows I haven't had time to do any CDs.
if y'all tag me, I definitely remember. I know it might have been Richie, Richie Beasy. Shout out Richie. For he does like a satellite or a online, whatever the fuck you call it.
Yeah, I don't know what this is called.
Radio
you call,
show-
You call it a
radio
podcast.
show,
I'm just like, whatever.
podcast,
It's-
radio.
It's not really a
show.
podcast, but
Yeah, his is more of just his has a format. You know, he
Yeah.
plays music and tells you about the upcoming release of the art. I think he features artists
Yeah.
on or his.
Yeah, like I said, we were gonna play some music for an artist. Well, Dusty Grant. And he kind of don't do it. Just on YouTube.
But then we had after
it'll-
him, was it Satya, and she played. That was freaking sweet.
Well, yeah, she played live, but we were gonna like play a YouTube video
Right, and
on air. While we're doing it. But
Why did Dusty say no?
he said it would
he had his
copyright-
own. He had his
copywritten
own. He had a
music
band that came on there.
get shut down.
and he
Well,
got
yeah,
shut
you'll get
down.
a strike for that shit on your YouTube page if you're not careful.
Yeah, so
And it was even now he got permission from the band, but
well, it was his music. He played his music.
no, it was Saul's music.
Oh,
Because I know what show he's talking about.
no.
Oh, you can play your own music.
Well, not from YouTube. You can't because that's
Man.
what he was saying.
Let me do another plug real quick. You guys remember that kid that got second in American Idol? I think it was Arthur Gunn.
Uh,
I don't watch
Okay,
it,
I don't
so-
watch American Idol either, but I only happen to know about him because he's from Wichita. Like,
Oh, I know. who
he
you're
lives.
talking
He
about.
lived not from
Okay.
Wichita. He's actually from Nepal. But let me correct myself. But he lived in Wichita. I think that's past like several
know.
years, 5
Yeah.
years or something. And he auditioned here in Wichita and went all the way to be second on the American Idol. The guys from Steven, the bassist from For the Birds, he has another band called Audio Paradolia. They like through some jam sessions, they actually recorded a track with that kid before he went to American Idol and blew up. And now he's just like, he can't even reach this kid because he's so he's got so much going
Yeah,
on.
you're better off placing in the top 5 or 10 than you are
Right.
if you actually win the thing.
Right, because he got second, and I think he's locked in now to all kinds of contracts and all kinds of stuff
Yeah,
now.
they can't do a contract for like a year.
Well, he can't even
Or-
talk. He can't even talk to people like about music and
Right.
stuff. It
'Cause
seems.
because they still travel, but it's kind of, I don't know. That's the one thing I don't like about the media.
Yeah, but you should really check out that song. I think it's called "Just a Little Taste," but it's from Arthur Gunn.
Okay.
It's from Arthur Gunn and Audio Paradolia. It's a dope song, man. If I had to, a couple people have said it. It sounds like a mixture of maybe like
Sounds more my gummy paint.
sounds like the Doors and Alice in Chains had a baby.
It works. It works. It gives it a cool texture.
you and my mother.
Sorry, it's just he's bitching about. Like I said, it ruined about a quarter of my paint. And I keep finding it.
They keep slapping it on there.
All right, just add more water.
Oh, looks like we got somebody say something. What are you doing? What are you doing? Just listening to stories. All right, Dan.
That's half the cool thing.
We'll let
about
you
it.
pass.
Keep telling your stories, man.
Kevin or Steven Shields feeling good? What's going on?
Is it called
Steven?
"Feeling Good"? Is the song called "Feeling Good," Steven?
Oh,
I apologize. I couldn't remember the name of the
is he
song.
on now?
Yeah, he's just tuned in.
Oh, cool.
I didn't realize. I was just shameless plug.
Yeah, we're probably getting some audience people that we normally don't get. Because, I don't know, we're growing. That's all
Oh,
I
we
know.
ain't growing. Yes, it's been a
We're
busy week.
growing.
Grower,
Fucking
not a
shit.
shower, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It takes what they say 15 years to be an overnight success is the
Yeah.
name of the game.
The
I
15
got the first 40 down.
The 15 minutes is really 15 years.
Yeah.
Is what they don't tell you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Takes you 15 years to get to 15.
Oh, he said I got it right. It is just a little taste. Good shit. Good shit. Yeah, he was up there painting with us tonight, this afternoon up at the Nest.
So is that what you guys doing? Just painting walls and getting it all?
Yeah, we were painting the whole shit black, like everything black. I mean, this thing is it's like a warehouse, you know.
So
So it's
when you're ready to
commercially it's commercial size. So
Yeah.
it's not like you're painting a house, like you're painting fucking
Right.
some shit
20
that's
feet long.
yeah with a scaffold and fucking big rollers and shit. There was a lot of us there though,
Yeah.
between all the bands and the the people that are a part of it.
Yeah.
you know, it was pretty cool, man. We all got together. I think we took like a group picture afterward just to like put on our Nest Records page.
I've been out and about doing some stuff like that right now.
Good place to do some
Yeah,
videos
well,
and
I
all
actually
kinds of shit.
I pitched an idea to these guys, and I don't know if it's gonna happen or not, but we have now that we've painted these walls all black.
There's murals on them from people like
Well,
me.
look up above, like up, like there's just like these wall panels that kind of goes across around the whole room. It's painted black too. Everything's painted black, but above those, there's these like I don't even know what it would be, like 6 foot by like 8 foot tall, perfect squares above like little sections, and they're all painted black now, where people could put their own little fucking murals like on each one.
Yeah.
And it would be sick if you did it right. If
So you can actually take them down, so artists can take.
Well,
them
no, I
and bring
mean
them
like
back, or
they would be on they'd be on the wall. So I don't know if they'd be permission pieces, if they'd be commission pieces, if they would be, you know, how that would be arranged. But you know, there's definitely a lot of
Actually, if they put the word out, artists.
there's a lot of real dude. There's a lot of space in there that I'm sure some artists would see and like love to have their art on displayed, because this building has they're repurposing it for a couple different things, you know. So eventually, once they get all the clearances and like get all everything that they to get all the permits and everything that they need to be able to pass all the inspections in there, because they basically acquired it as an old medical facility, you know, medical supply facility, you know, and they repurposed it, you know, like a jam house, like a band house, basically. And it's right across. Well, I mean, I won't give the address out, but it's right. It's over by B&C Barbecue off of
Are they going to open up to the public in the future?
Washington. Yeah, they do have plans to have some, you know, like some public participation, whether it's going to be a recording studio in the future that they record people, or you know they're going to have shows there in some capacity. That's
the name we can get from you afterwards, I guess.
Yeah,
who runs it? We can bring them on when we're closer to opening.
Well, you know, For the Birds, I know who they are. If you know Tony Lee, the lead singer, then you kind of you're pretty close to who's involved with everything. So they've obviously opened their door, and it's been great. So I'm trying to extend that, you know, that hand whatever you'd call it, hand up or hand, you know, whatever. Yeah. Not a handy.
Just got X-rated up in here.
Yeah.
Well, so what's your favorite? What's your favorite place that you've done a show so far? I know you said you've done the Roxy, right?
Favorite place that I've done is, well, I don't know. There's some rooms in Denver that were really cool, man. When I was living in Colorado, I've done some stuff up there that was pretty cool. Yeah. I did a room. It's the actual. I'm not making a joke. The name of the bar is called Your Mom's House, and they do a lot of decent, you know, good sized shows there. Yeah. I did. What did I do there? I did Trinidad James there with Cremdella, and I think Essie Trill was there, and you know, there's some other people there, Scotty ATL and some other guys. I did one of the bigger shows I did was with DJ Starscream, Sid Wilson of Slipknot, their DJ. Yeah. Did a show with him. I think it's called Silver Spur Lounge or something, and that was in Denver or Lakewood, Colorado. That's pretty cool. But in Kansas, I mean, you know, I don't know. I've always wanted to do the cotillion, you know, to like a packed house, like a national touring act come through and get to open, you know, for them. I feel like I'm at the level of my, you know, where I'm ready.
For around here,
yeah, I feel like I'm ready.
That and the wave of it.
Yeah, right. I feel like and it is. It's just we got to be patient and everything. But I feel like that's what's next for me here on a local level. And now, you know, there's no need to beat a dead horse and go. I mean, I'm going to make myself, you know, tangible to the people that want to see my music, and I'll be out here and available, you know, and everything. Mm-hmm. But I don't want to oversaturate myself. I'd much prefer to like really start getting out here out of state and out of town. Even I ain't got to go halfway across the U.S., man. Like you said, we mentioned earlier, we can do like these little circuits at these little college towns, and you could really have some fun, you know, just off of that. And people, your acceptance and like just the amount of like just like the grassroots movement of people like really
you could do a good loop to like Fort Hays through hits like some places in Nebraska, loop back around, hit Kansas City or Topeka, and come back around. That's what we always did or do. Nice. We did an Oklahoma thing. We hit Oklahoma City, Tulsa, and then Pittsburgh, and then Wichita. So just little loops.
Talking about Pittsburgh, Kansas, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's up by Joplin. I haven't done a show in Joplin or Pittsburgh, but I feel like, you know, they've got people there that would go to a hip hop show. You know,
and you also got that Pittsburgh college there. So
Mhm.
that's
Well, yeah, they're for sure going to your show. Like those, and you said earlier, like the people that don't have a lot of other stuff, other options, and other stuff to do. Those are college towns, and some of those college towns, a lot of them are driving to other cities just to be able to do stuff on the weekends, or just because they just don't have shit going on there.
right. So, right. And almost all those small college towns have some really good bands.
Oh
guys
yeah,
that have hooked up and
yeah, in the college,
Yeah.
exactly. Some good, some guys might just blow up off of that and decide to just ditch college and go get rich. Like it's probably happened to a couple.
Hootie and
people.
the Blowfish.
Yeah. Well,
and the country stuff he did. Where are we at on everything anyway? About 15 minutes, kind of stalling a little bit here, but that's cool. That's cool. You had a lot of information you gave us.
yeah,
looking
I'm
forward
a
to your
chatterbox
tour there.
right now. I'm sorry.
That's all right. That's what it's about. This is your show for the hour, not ours. Everybody's seen us paint before.
Well, I appreciate it. Shout out to my Buckhead brothers also.
Yeah, one of the coolest little chants you got. How's that go?
Oh,
Enough said.
When I say Buckhead, y'all
You
say
say-
enough said. Buckhead, enough said. Buckhead.
That
enough
one
said.
show, everybody, you guys that weren't part of the Buckhead started doing it. And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool.
Well, they have another one that's a little more like save that for the show.
Save it for the show.
Yeah.
So he's starting off here at Barleycorns in 2 weeks.
Yeah, April 10th is coming up, isn't it? It's gonna be
Mhm.
coming right up.
That would be next Saturday.
Mm-mm.
No,
2 Saturdays? Is it 2 Saturdays?
2 Saturday. I mean,
Okay, perfect. I hope it's not next Saturday.
next
man.
Saturday we
Give
have.
me-
We actually have Holly Wyndham's coming back,
Nice.
and yeah, it was funny because the last time she was here, she's just visiting family, and she always puts on a show. And 4 of our heavier metal bands followed her up, and all the metal bands were just in awe. They're like, God damn, she's good. You know,
What type of music does Holly make? I'm sorry,
kinda-
Holly. I'm not familiar.
it's Polly.
Polly.
It's kind
I'm
of
doubly sorry for that.
It's before she was Polly Punk Neck, and it was kind of a hybrid country punk type of thing. And then now she's pretty much, I'd say, straight up Loretta Lynn type things, which I just love. That old school. She has a fiddle player, and there's a local girl here that always plays drums for her. And she's with another band, but I'm not sure who it is. But she actually came down here because she got married or something. And
What's the deals with? Is it a drummer scarcity situation in every city, or is that
It's
only
always-
Wichita? Is it always the drummer missing
it's
piece?
everywhere.
Okay, I just didn't know.
I don't know too many drummers that aren't in like multiple bands.
That's just crazy.
Because the bass player
Shit.
part, a lot of times if you got a second guitarist, they'll just play bass.
Well, that's what happened. That's kind of what happened to Sunset. Is their bass player? Well, there's two. The band originally was was 2 brothers, I believe. I don't know if Drewski was always there, but Andrew and his brother David, but they both played guitar. Like the really good guitar players.
Right.
Well, the one that was like a lead guitar player ended up grabbing the bass, and I mean he's sick on the bass, obviously, but he ended up going to bass, and dude, they're really good to watch, man. They're just really dope band.
I've learned after being around for so long, you can actually tell who a guitar player is that switched over to bass compared to a bass player. who's a bass player.
But yeah,
There's a little bit of differences going on there, and that's why
I can see that, like the way that they use their fingers.
most of the guitar players will still use a pick, where most bass players won't. There's some that do. A lot of metal bass players still use picks because you can drive faster.
Man,
I don't use a pick. Well, I do somewhat, but I pretty much just use my.
I need to learn an instrument already, dude. It's that I feel like imagine the depth that would bring if I just came out on the fucking piano and just started just rapping. They wouldn't expect that shit. Just like sit down. But if I sat down with a real stool and like tuck my seat in and
like Elton John all of a sudden.
and just rapping,
that would be.
they wouldn't be ready for that.
That would be pretty wild.
That's probably what I'm gonna have to do to blow up.
Yeah, you always find something to stand out.
Something to
He said
stand
too many guitar players.
up. Yeah.
There's a lot of fucking. There's a lot of fucking. There's a lot of vocalists. I feel like.
And there's not a lot of vocalists just because
See.
sometimes it's a necessity. But there's not a lot of keyboardists either.
No, shout out to Rudy, man. Rudy Love Jr. is the homie and extremely talented musician.
I'm trying to get him to answer me so I can get him on here. But
I'll
he
see if
wa-
I can get him.
You know, he's
to hug you
actually
back.
he's always goes
He's
out of his
moving.
way.
Yeah, he's a busy guy, you know. So he's probably just. I know he was in the. He's been
He's been playing a lot.
Yeah, he's been having a lot going on. So
he ended up in the hospital.
you gotta catch him. You know, just
I guess when I'm at a show and he's there, because he always comes up to me and stuff, and I'm like, you know, just I grew up with his dad playing, so his dad was like, you know, oh my gosh, Rudy Love. Now you got Rudy Love Jr. who's doing just as well. And to be honest with you, I think it's a harder market for music now than it was 50 years ago, 40 years ago.
And if you have that insight, man, like I'm sure his dad has like been able to provide like some great.
Oh god, he's done world tours and he's played with all these amazing people and everything.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine. I mean, I just need to sit with him and his pop sometime and just absorb some info, just some knowledge, some music game, you know, really, because I'm never to the point where I think that, you know, I know, I even pretend to know what the fuck's going on with this shit, you know, like I'm still forever a student in this shit in all aspects.
What's really cool is you're starting a tour and you're going to find out that the world's, and you're going to find out too, because I've done some touring, and a lot of people from Wichita do not know what they got. They don't realize that for our size of city, other cities comparable aren't even close to what we got. For venues, yeah, maybe we got too many venues going on, but you know what? At any given time, I can go see almost any kind of act
any genre,
yeah,
and a quality act, not even just like a motherfucker that decided to do it, like, you know, over here and whatever, but like you can go see some quality acts in this town, like almost any, I won't even say every weekend, in almost any day of the week you can go see some quality acts. Right. And it's astounding.
There's a lot of nationally known artists here in town that just don't play that often here, because after a while, you know, once or twice a year and that's it, and I get it. But while you're building up, I mean, gosh, when I was in, we literally played Kirby's probably almost every night. We started joking around that we were the Kirby's house band.
That's how I feel about Barley. I love Barleycorns, but like I feel like these motherfuckers are probably like, God damn, I'm tired of seeing this motherfucker.
Well, that last one, I didn't expect you to be on it. Were you supposed to be on it originally?
With are you talking about the
Nick Gibbs CD release? Because initially,
well, that was tricky because I
didn't see you on it, and then there you were. So I was like, oh, he's on.
He hit me. I can't remember, man. This is a couple months back now, but he initially he did ask me, and I think I was too slow on the draw. I think I was just busy or something. Like not busy to do the date, but like I didn't that day when he even asked me about it. He's the type of person kind of like me. Like when I'm putting my shit together, if I'm laying it all out and like trying to put this show together, I'm not going to spend, I mean, the promotion side of things and like but I'll plan it and do everything. But like once I'm trying to put lay the show out and like actually have like a format and how it's going to be and who the acts are, where it's going to be type of information. Mm-hmm. I try to square that shit away as quickly as possible. Secure the venue, try to secure the acts and make sure they're good committed acts. And, before I start doing all the promotion and all the,
you guys got a good real pipeline from Kansas City down here.
Yeah.
And from around that area.
Well, I need to get
not all just Kansas City.
I need to get up there more, man. Like Nick is fucking. That's the dude. That's hitting Kansas City a lot right now.
Yeah,
he gets up there a lot.
Played Roxy last
I go up there a couple times a year. He's probably went up there like more times so far in 2021 than I've been in the last couple of years.
Yeah, just say, hey,
he gets down there.
Grab your mic and hop in the back seat one of those days.
Yeah, no, he's to his benefit of the doubt. He's always been like willing to put me on his stuff, and like he actually kind of started this resurgence, man, because like obviously
I kind of credit both of you guys for this resurgence, because it's like maybe because I've seen you both at about the same time, and right now if I had to, I don't really say, but I'd say you two are the biggest influence for a lot of this stuff happening.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Especially, it means a lot because
the way I see shows and stuff, I see a lot of shows, not as many as I used to, because the older I get, the less I just really want to
feel like getting out on that day. I understand, I get that.
But really, the alarm went off, so whenever. But and then we're actually at 7, so I guess we'll have to finish again afterwards. Yeah.
All right, y'all.
So any last things you want to the tour check out, and I'll have him
pop if you're any of those places I mentioned, come say what's up on the tour. Message me on Facebook. Tyler Thain on Facebook on my personal page, or just Thain. I'm official Thain on all the platforms as far as like social media platforms, even like TikTok and all that shit, Instagram. Thain King Idol or Thain Idol Mind. those projects are to me dated, but I do have new. I mean, I've got a new single out. You can get to my new single through those, through that search, and I've got a new single on the way and a new video on the way as well. So keep an eye out for that.
That's cool. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks
Peace.
a lot. Again, there's our piece we're working on. Yeah, we used to be real fast. What's happened? I think we're getting more detailed. That's
You
fine.
sketched this one out. It's your fault. We finished last week's almost on time, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Pretty close.
Well, I should
It
have
don't matter.
maybe I
Man,
should
shit
have
for an hour.
maybe I should have black lined it first. It would have forced you to go faster. He hates the fact that I put black lines on
I don't hate the fact that you put the black lines on there at all.
everything.
Are we still on?
Yeah.
Yes,
Everybody, my bad. I should have told y'all on camera, so maybe it meant more. But go follow me on Here, we're coming back. All right, go follow me on Spotify. If you have a Spotify account, that's really where I see the most traction, and I can really track my analytics and all that good shit. So if you have a Spotify or Apple Music, save me, as one of the artists that that way you can get notifications of my new releases and all that good stuff. Thank you.
Pop back up there and we'll do our little
I'll do our
outro.
little outro.
We'll wrap it up. So
That was kind of nice not having the delay with somebody.
yeah, not having to deal with it. It was awesome having
Now that we know we got a
in studio guest.
in basically the guest bedroom.
It's worked pretty well.
Yeah, it's the studio, Kevin. Good God.
That's what I said. The guest studio.
But yeah, you can't really see it on there, but that metallic is really going good on that.
Maybe we'll throw the glitter in to make it stick out a little more.
I don't know about the glitter, but
That's the thing about when you do a joint piece of artwork. You
Yeah.
kind of jump on top of each other as you're painting.
so who do we have? Legion. What?
It's Legion. They're a photography group out of Colorado Springs area. I was supposed to be there this last week, but my truck broke down.
Yeah.
And sometime here soon, I'm going to be going up there for a Captain Spaulding shoot and filming.
Nice.
And General Fritz, who owns the Zodiac Bar in Colorado Springs too. That's a bar you need to try to. Maybe if I try
Colorado
up,
Springs, I know where Zodiac is.
once-
I used to
They
live
actually got a new one. The old one closed down. Now they moved somewhere in. It's like a double bar now.
Nice.
And I'm supposed to go up there and do some stuff. And I haven't decided yet how it goes, but if it works out,
Yeah, let me know, man.
because she likes me to, I'll MC some of the shows and stuff.
It's kind of my stomping grounds up there a little bit. I lived up there for a little bit, so
Maybe
definitely
I
love
can
to see some
convince her to
people
come in and I can MC and you can do your thing or something. We'll figure it
up
out.
there. Sure.
Figure it out.
Let's give a shout out to our sponsors again. Roscoe's.
Roscoe's.
It was nice when we did it on cue together. It was
Roscoe's.
totally unintended, but it worked fucking great.
I just like how to say
Yeah.
it. You have to roll.
Roscoe's
Roscoe's.
hot sauce and Big Sexy's beer brand, and
His band's actually starting to pick up again. I guess they're looking for a drummer. I don't know if they
Yeah.
found one yet.
the over one of his bands. He's in a lot of bands.
Well, the over.
Yeah, he's got a few projects going.
He always
does.
has. My
Yeah,
God, you go
he
into
always
his house and there's like, wasn't he in like Ophil 2 or something? All these bands, and I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
stick with one. Of course, he got that Transformers car, which is cool.
Yeah.
I've seen that.
we'll let him-
The
Is
red.
that the guy that owns Barleycorns?
No.
Wasn't that guy in a band?
Oh, Kenny, I don't think he's ever been in it. I mean,
Kenny's never been in a
no, he
band.
just-
He's
Not
just-
Barleycorns. I meant Kirby's. Why did I say Barleycorns?
Oh, that's Ophil. Yeah.
That's, yeah, I was gonna
He
say.
he owned Kirby's. I don't think he does now.
I seen
Then he
Ophil
owned
flyers.
Bar-
I did a
then
show.
he actually owns the Cotillion now.
I did a show at Drunken Fry, and apparently in Oklahoma City, and this like last month or month before or something. I don't fucking know, but apparently that's like mostly a punk venue. And when I went in there, they had all these fucking old, like hand drawn, handwritten, like
Yeah.
scribbled out,
Yeah.
like sick looking flyers. Like they were sick, and a lot of them were Ophil flyers, like
Nice.
like these old flyers that I had hanging up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was just a place they frequented, or if they were fans of Ophil, or like what their connection was, but.
Yeah, he owned 3 or 4 of the bars. He sold those, but he owns the Cotillion now. So just slowly.
Let's get that motherfucker open.
yeah.
And
You're listening.
Let's all fill it up.
Go fill it up.
Let's just
All
do
right,
let's
guys.
just do a Wichita festival there and just play all
Yeah.
like 3 straight days.
Like
nothing but-
Ozfest. Remember Ozfest?
It's all local bands, and and if anybody happens to be driving within a couple hours, get your ass over here and play.
We're gonna get off here. We're gonna finish this up, and it's still recording, so we will have a time lapse this time. Woohoo! And
Definitely like to thank Thain for
yes,
doing our first
coming
studio
in, our
one.
first in studio guest, and check out his music. Like I said, on Spotify, Facebook, all the good stuff, TikTok, all that good shit.
Oh yeah.
And
And you notice
guys,
we haven't been asking the audience of experts for ideas anymore.
we don't care no more. Y'all
Yeah.
suck.
But you throw out like, why don't you do the entire Odyssey?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
blah blah blah. And I'm
Homer,
like, no, okay, yeah,
the
It's
Iliad.
yeah,
Every character in it.
especially Brain. We tried. Okay, it looks like a turd swinging on a freaking rope.
Yeah. All right, guys. Tune in next week. Thanks for coming in. Have a good
Yeah.
one.
Bye bye.
That was.